Morning, one and all in one, and especially to you, 3-in-1 oil. Where would we be without you? Your old pal Jason here. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm surprised I'm awake this early. We'll be ready to go momentarily. For now, please continue to enjoy the music. I just got a couple things to do over here. Had some Blockhead music playing earlier, you may have noticed. And I want to just take a moment. Hey, Eric. If you hear some music on here that you like and you're in a position to go and, buy a soundtrack, support the artist, whatever, please do so. All of Blockhead stuff can be found on Bandcamp. And video game soundtracks are all over the place. And I know sometimes you can't get an official, because there is no official. But whenever possible, please do. You gotta support the people doing the work. I don't put the stuff on here so, so we can give it away. But I also don't have the patience to dig through, like, hundreds of thousands of, royalty-free, all that kind of stuff. And one thing we will never do is do, like, the AI vaporwave chill crap. We're never doing that.
Galaxies, they love you so. Kebako, sleep, sweet Kebako. Among the stars and planets, oh, they cradle you, they love you so. Oh, Kebako, the dark and dreamful peace you'll know. The mystery revealed, the asteroids swing to and fro while you are dreaming here. Sleep, sweet Kebako, tomorrow you'll adventure more. The universe, it loves you so. Oh, Kebako, sweet Kebako, tomorrow you'll adventure more. The universe, it loves you so. Oh, Kebako,
I love that song. I've covered that once or twice. It's really good. Mega Man, AI generated Mega Man beach music. I know all those words. I know what they all mean. I don't know what they mean in that order. That is bizarre. Speaking of not knowing, everybody is familiar with James the names having a strong collabondulance. Well, we have a new entry in the bondulance debate. This is official breaking news. I posted this over in the Discord that we don't have as far as the bots over on Kick know. Breaking news from Nintendo. Nintendo confirms Diddy Kong are were once they are did. They became the first ever to have the first as in the era of what... Excuse me. They became the first ever to have the first as in the era of that when of a gaming and the media. Congratulations, Diddy Kong. Congratulations, Diddy Kong. Indeed. Do I know what any of that means? No. But I saw that, and the only thing I could think of was James Bond having a strong collabondulance. Congratulations, you are a super player. Pipe does not want to stay lit today. We'll go with that. All right. Hi, everybody. Minecraft time. How you are? How the hell are you? We need some more shears. That's not shears. That's shears. There we go. Your old pal Jason, ladies and gentlemen. Never been a smoker. But a couple years ago, got real kind of interested in the ceremony, I guess you could call it, of pipes, and I bought one and been experimenting. It's not for everybody. Doesn't make you cool, I can tell you that. But come out here in the morning on a Sunday, do this and have a little bit. And you know, I get what the fuss is all about. It's just pleasant. Kinda, sorta. I mean, I'm gonna die anyway, so. Oh, you know, we don't really need the cows anymore, do we? Because we have all this leather we need. Italian hobbits. That sounds, interesting. Why is the game so loud today? It sounds loud today. Let's turn that down a little bit. We'll go with that. we need to turn it back up, holler at me. I think what got me kind of started on this thing was as I got more and more interested in whiskey, not so much as a like a party thing, because I'm not a party thing. And I kept reading and hearing people talk about, yeah, this and this, and you try this and this, and these go really well together with this and that. So I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a try. I spent like $20 on a little pipe and kit thing, and it was all right. My long history of smokers in my family, and it skipped over my brother and I. So I'm not concerned that I'm gonna get to the pick and use cigarette butts out of the ashtray kind of thing. But that's too much work. Pipe smoking to, you know what I'm saying? If it's difficult, you want to do it less. The lack of convenience, as I bump the microphone. Just saying. Doesn't make you cool, kids. Don't do it. Unless you want to. Then, you do what you want to do. But be cool for other reasons. The more you know. Insert G.I. Joe public service announcement. I had a thought last night. Well, I was just kind of thinking ahead of the stream today. And I said, I need to remember to go and get some leaves. And now I don't remember why I wanted them. Way to go, dummy. Way to go. I just figure, of all the vices I have, I really don't have all that many. And, I have a lot of whiskey. And I have a lot of whiskey because I don't drink a lot of whiskey. Like, I have a bottle in my little whiskey cabinet out here. My liquor cabinet, if you will. That I got for Christmas last Christmas, not 2025 Christmas, 2024 Christmas. And I opened it in like July of 2025. So. Moderation, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm telling you. Moderate. You're going to be an alcoholic piece of crap. Do it in moderation. Be like our good friend Cobra. Be a high-functioning alcoholic. Good old Cobra. Oh, no, we still need a little bit of leather. We need light gray. Light gray. That's what we're working with. Another 3 weeks and we'll have the floor done. Whiskey bottle with a horse on the cork. I don't know what that is. I probably should, but I don't. Is it any good? Do you like it? Should probably clean this up today. But I don't know. We also need to stop making iron swords and use some of these golden ones we got. Oh, you have the model. I get it. I'm picking up what you're laying down. We have a lot of wheat seeds. I wish this game had a sort like Hightail does. That would be so handy. Go there. Well, let's, I guess, get back to mining. That is kind of the name of the game here. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold everything. We need to harvest our pumpkins. Saw you, creeper. You stay over there. Okay. Excuse me. I have been thinking, ladies and gentlemen, and I know, terrifying thought, but I have been thinking about future streams. And I have been kind of getting back into Fallout a little bit. I have not played Fallout 1, like, ever. Didn't have it. Didn't come across Fallout until Fallout 3. And I think that was mostly because of Scarlet. I think Scarlet was doing a Let's Play, and I said, well, this looks terrible. I should play it. And Fallout 3's... Fallout is Fallout sometimes. Fallout has very Fallout things. So I played 3, and 3 was okay. And then I played New Vegas, and New Vegas is so good. It's so good. And I picked up 4 not too long ago. Haven't played a whole heck of a lot of 4, but I thought, maybe we could stream that sometime. So here's the question, folks. If I were to do some Fallout streams, I don't really feel like that's got our Sunday morning vibes. But I thought maybe in the future, we can do some Fallout on the regular Monday night streams. Problem is, though, Fallout is long. Fallout is very long. And I know we don't like doing terribly long games on the streams because it does get old, especially when we're only doing it like 2 hours a week. So if you're watching this live after the fact, whatever, you've got some thoughts on it, I would like to hear them. Gotta finish filling this in. Okay. Mining time. I'll try and remember what I wanted those leaves for later. But if I streamed like Fallout 1, this is probably going to be pretty rough because I understand Fallout 1 and 2 are kind of hard because they're, you know, not really, they're not action-y. They're more traditional PC RPG kind of things. And Fallout 3, I know fairly well. But I think Fallout 3 is actually kind of boring. Not in terms of gameplay, but in terms of like your speech checks and all that, the dialogue, your decisions, because Fallout 3 is either like good, neutral, bad. Those are your options. But then New Vegas has like good for these people, not so good for these people, terrible for these people. There's no like solid good, solid bad. And I've played Fallout 4 all of like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I don't stop because I get bored with it. I'm just like, like maybe I should save this and we could stream this because I know very little personally about Fallout 4. I know there's companions. It's basically Doctor Who. Oh, there he is. You know what I mean. So if you think some Fallout streams would be all right, let me know. I was expecting the stairs to be much smoother. It's pretty rough. Where did we need to be for this? Like negative 58 or something? Something like that. I heard a baby zombie. We don't need no baby zombies. Is this a dead end? No, this was not a dead end. It was a place we hadn't been before. Because I ran out of torches. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. That's a zombie cat man. There could almost probably be a spawner down here. Now I hear skeletons. And now I hear a creeper. Action. Action, adventure, Minecraft. Just like Maximo. You guys remember Maximo? Remember how terrible that game was? No. Uh-oh. Not arrows. I really need to get, like, a chicken farm going. Because the only thing we're really short on to make arrows is feathers for the fletching. Wish I could, like, steal a chicken. I love chickens, Eddie. I loved that show. Ed, Ed, and Eddie was really good. I liked Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Not too long ago, I came across, like, fan theories about Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And some, fan theories, you always, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have to say it, but you know what I'm saying? You say the word fan theory, and that's almost saying fanfic. But there's this theory that all the kids are dead. And the cul-de-sac is like purgatory. You're supposed to shoot that zombie. That's why there's no adults. We did pass some redstone on the way out. I need to remember to grab that. I don't know that I believe that it's purgatory and that the kids are all dead. I don't think I subscribe to that. You know, it went on longer than I thought it did, Eric. Because it was much later I came across, like, the weird final 2 seasons where they went back to school, but there were still no adults anywhere. And that was always kind of what I figured. I just figured, like, it was summer vacation. So all the parents were, like, out at work. Just that tough stuff. Basalt? You put basalt on your French fries. So, I don't know. It was a very quotable show, that Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Maybe it fell off a truck. That's how my brother was born. God. You looking for trouble? Because I'll flip you like an omelet. That one's my favorite. That's my favorite. And then there were the songs. Some pretty good songs. I think They Might Be Giants did one for Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I think. There's a song about my best friend Plank. All of the Plank fan theories. Oh, God. There's got to be at least one Ed, Ed, and Eddie iceberg. And it's just fan theories. It would have to be. There's so many. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the people who did the voices for Ed, Ed, and Eddie. They look exactly like what you would think they look like. It's almost like we got the voices and then we built the characters around the voices. It's not how it happened, but it's so good how they fit up. It's just good. I really like that show. The music was good. Rolf, you guys remember Rolf? Voiced by the same guy who voiced that Goku fella. You know that Goku fella. He's in that their Dragon Balls show. Same guy. So if you dare mock the son of a shepherd, Spirit Bomb, watch out. And then there's that angry guy, and the guy with the hair, and the guy with the purple shoulders. That's Dragon Ball for you. It's everything you need to know. Anytime somebody gets a haircut, they become 87 times stronger. They ran out of hair color, so they say it's level 2 black hair now. If you've been watching Dragon Quest XI at all, we do talk about my disappointment with Akira Toriyama and his character design fairly often. Because everybody looks the same, and all the super ultra evil bad guys are just the least threatening things in the world. Like the last boss from Dragon Quest VIII, that weird genie firefly thing. Almost Jodie Foster. You know what? I've never played Final Fantasy 13. I don't know that I ever will play Final Fantasy 13. I have 12. I played it up till like the end of the tutorial. These battles are terrible. I like my turn-based RPGs to be turn-based RPGs, and that is not a turn-based RPG. And that's a me problem. That is 100% a me problem, because I have expectations. I have been playing Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy 1, right? And they've always been turn-based RPGs, and I always want them to be turn-based RPGs. And then they changed them, and now they're not anymore, and I don't like it. And I don't like Square Enix's systems, and I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like you either, zombie. Your belt's on crooked. How do you even do that? You missed a loop, I guess. Ooh. Do you see what I see? A star. A star! High above the trees? How does that song go? I'm going to be honest. I don't know that song at all, except from Gremlins. Amethyst? Oh. If this was Diablo 2, man, think of all the attack rating we could have. Speaking of dying in the tutorial, our good buddy Phil was doing a retro stream night the other day, a week or two ago, on his Switch 2, because the Switch 2's got some new, like, you can get GameCube games on it. That's awesome. I like that. I would get a Switch 2 just for that. I won't, because money, but anyway. So he started playing GoldenEye, excuse me, and he died to the first enemy in the first level. And everybody, oh, he's horrible, he's terrible, he's awful, he's the worst gamer in the world, blah, 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 blah. And I agree. I agree. However, I've done a Let's Play of GoldenEye. It's over on the Patreon. It's going to come out on the channel later this year. And I got to tell you, trying to play GoldenEye with the Switch controller, or even just like a regular modern gaming controller, is damned near impossible. The control scheme is horrible. You gotta like aim with right trigger and fire with left trigger while moving with left stick and looking around with right stick. It is awful. It is awful. So I can't, as much as I like being hard on that guy, I can't be hard on him in that situation. That's why when I finally like, all right, I can play GoldenEye for everybody, finally. And I played it for a couple minutes. Like, Jesus, there's no way I'm getting through the game like this. So I went and bought a N64 controller for my Switch. Yes, I have that same problem. Absolutely, I do. I would like to do Perfect Dark also, but I'm at the point like I'm gonna need to play it once before I decide if I'm gonna let's play it or not, because my Perfect Dark skills are gonna be awful. And I know I've told this story before, but my buddy Brian and I, when we were in purgatory and our parents were at work, i.e. spring break, summer vacation, all that kind of stuff, we played a lot of Combat Simulator and Perfect Dark. Like, I think we totaled it once, because the game tracks like everything. It tracks time you've played, it tracks steps you've taken, distance traveled. I think this sticks in my mind, so I probably made it up. But we had walked enough to circumnavigate the globe, like twice between the two of us, because we had put so much time into that. We were good, man. And then he died, and now he's not as good at the game anymore. And I haven't played it in 15, 20, 30 years. I don't know. All right. Look at that. We filled up our inventory. We just got here. I guess we can do that. That. Oh, we can't do that? Okay, we'll do that. Now, can I find the way out? One of my least favorite parts, trying to find my way out. I think this is right, though. This might not be right. But I will do it someday. We will do Perfect Dark someday, because I like that game. Years ago, and I mean years ago. I don't even think there's anybody still around the channel who might remember this. We just went in a circle. I did this little, God, I don't know if I was drunk. I don't know. There was something going on with me that day. And this was like Windows Movie Maker era. And I recorded a bunch of Perfect Dark gameplay. And I did this, I see some diamond. I did this horrible little like compilation thing where it just like walked around the Institute and just annoyed everybody. Not supposed to find diamond that high up, I didn't think. But okay, we got one. Good job, us. But I recorded that off the N64 with my old Easy Cap. This is also not the way out. Oh, Jesus. What happened there? set a block down and I fell. That's not supposed to happen. See some more diamond. What's that redstone? There's redstone somewhere over here. There it is. Oh, speaking of game developing, this is not terribly important, but speaking of it, I guess Saudi Arabia has bought a majority stake in Capcom. Not loving that. Nobody liked that. I think mostly in the fighting game division, I think. So that may put a damper on some future projects. I have been asked to do some new Mega Man games, but I would really rather not, you know, support the regime. And that's a thing, you know, you can't do one without doing the other in that situation. Yeah. Yep, I think they own the majority share of EA and I don't remember if it's a full majority or a large enough stake in Capcom now. There's your gaming news for the day. You know what? If Breath of Fire and I, Eric, we have a history. Like, I really want to like Breath of Fire. I really do. But I have such a hard time because it always feels so sloppy. You know what I mean? Like, the translations are never right. Some of the side quests are boring as hell, and sometimes the game's just annoying. I did a Let's Play of Breath of Fire 1 forever ago, and it was a struggle. And I always thought, I'll do the second one, because it's our, you know, turn-based RPG. I love those. And Capcom, that's pretty good. I couldn't with 2. I just could not. I didn't have the patience. There's so much backtracking, and there's no way to get to anywhere quickly. It's just, oh, it's horrible. And then I don't remember who requested a Let's Play Breath of Fire 3, so I did 3, and my God. So much is wrong with that game. But it could be fun. It could be so fun, but it's just things. I don't know. Every Breath of Fire game to me feels like it was given to the B team from the start and then taken away from the B team because they needed the B team to go do something else, so the C team had to finish it. There's neat ideas that are generally poorly executed. Like I said, the translations are always a mess. And it's not like Capcom doesn't have money. They have money. They have money to pay people and QA and all this stuff and get it right. They just don't. Way back when, our old pal Jade, wherever the hell he's gone to, back before he was doing commentary in his videos, and he was just doing the old annotations, if you're old enough to remember when YouTube had annotations. He did a Let's Play of Breath of Fire 2, and it was very good. It was very good. But you had to read, which is fine. But I think our, you know, the audience for Let's Plays has changed, and now I don't know if there is much of an audience for Let's Plays. It seems to be all live streams, which is fine for some people. It's not really my thing. How the hell do we get out of here? But if you want to put something on and just to have it played in the background so you can listen to, if there's no commentary, that does kind of impact that a little bit. I know when I'm playing stuff, just to play it, I'll put on a video in the background and just let it play, and I'll go play a game or whatever. I don't think that that would work quite the same for him anymore. I'm glad he did go to doing commentary. But I hear a skeleton. I see skeletons. Do they see me? You do now. There's light up there. Don't want to go up there. So anyway, long story short, I can't see us getting another Breath of Fire anytime soon. There's no leagues for Breath of Fire. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's lava. I was afraid of that. I think the goal at the end of the day, well, short-term goal, the little g goal for Saudi Arabia here is to be able to get into like the fighting game thing because of all the potential for revenue, tournaments and stuff. I mean, even today, there's still like StarCraft 1 tournaments. I come across videos for them on YouTube once in a while. StarCraft 1 was like 20 years ago. Longer, I think. So there's not as much money to be made there, but there's still money to be made there. Oh, I'm lost. Surprising no one. We have one more pickaxe, so if needed to, we could just find a spot and dig our way up. Up and out. But yeah, I know this is not anywhere we've been before. Because I don't remember these long. I think there's the Doom 2 level that kind of has this vibe. This has been a very prosperous trip. We got some gold and some redstone and some iron, and we got 6 pieces of diamond. Torches, this might be right. Dead end. Right at that. What I used to do, if you guys are remembering from a million years ago, is I would bring a stack of like wool or brick or something, and I would put a piece down every so often, and that was kind of my, hey dummy, go this way. But I didn't do that. I should have done that. Should bring 2 stacks, 1 green and 1 red, and mark it. Red is a dead end. Don't go that way. Green is not a dead end. You can go that way. This goes down. We may have to go down to go up. There we go. I need some signs. Signs would work. If we could, like arrow signs, you know what I mean? Not just signs that you can write on, but like actual arrows, like left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, down arrow. That would be handy. And just like that, we've been through an hour of the stream. Pretty close. Our intro, our pre-stream was a little long today. What happens if you look at an Enderman when you're in a boat? Does he try and get in the boat? I'm not curious enough to find out. What am I, Neil deGrasse Tyson? We don't got a badass over here. I tell you. You know, it's just a game. But it is nice to, like, go out and be gone and then... You know, this is like just... We left a light on for you. Tom Bodette. For Minecraft. It's still cooking. You go in there. Half and half. You go in there. That. You go in there. Half of that. Half of that. Half of that. This is what the kelp's for. I know I've said this before, but this is what we're doing the kelp thing for. Because these, oops, these will burn too. But you kind of got to get a lot of them. But once you get a lot of them, it really is not too terrible to keep things moving. Diamond. We have some. Redstone. We have some. You know what? I have never played a Sam and Max game. Was never really into puzzle games a whole lot. I think I could be wrong, but I think way back when, I think Farah did a Sam and Max game. I think. She did a lot of puzzle games. Back in the day. When I wasn't on the universal shit list. Which I deservedly so. I deserved to be in that situation. That was all me. Let's just do this. Just top all of these up. Put the coal in here. I think that's a better idea. Long term. That. Give me sticks. Give me that. Anyway. Yeah. Probably, I guess. I don't know. Honestly and truly don't know, Eric. So you take it and you dry it out, and then you make blocks out of it. And then the blocks burn, and the blocks burn pretty good. I hear him. Give me half of that. Go in there. Okay. Yeah, I need like a sprinkler system. And then when an Enderman shows up, the sprinklers kick on. That would be great. Okay, let's do this. Let's spend a little time putting all this crap in order here. That gets all of our... Get out of my house. Make the ceiling shorter, but I don't want it. Oh no. My feet. My feet is almost broken. Good thing we got new feet. Oh. Well. We can fix those now, though. Oop, nope, it's down here. There. Look at that. Fixed the feets. That's a monster drop, so that can go in there. Need to figure out where he stole that grass from. I hate those guys so much. They're so annoying. Let's put it there, I guess. You know, I think we probably need to pull the herd here a little bit. Getting a little ridiculous. Hey, you. No solicitors, pal. Yeah, we'll let the sheep get their wool back, and then we'll adjust our numbers a tad. $18.19 more. We don't have enough to make a dark gray spot right there. I know nori is good, and that's just seaweed. All right, let's work on this. Excuse me. So I just want this to be logs and planks. Well, this can be decorative. Trees are not decorative. I do need to be better with my potassium. Okay. Decoration. That's fine. Make this wooden stuff. That's wooden stuff. This one will be trees, etc. Have no glass. We should probably make some glass. Clay. This one. Let's empty this out. Dye. This is just dyes. Okay. Redstone. Excuse me. Let's make this wool. Woolen carpet. I think we can consider leather and bone meal enemy drops for the sake of organization. And glowstone dust. I don't know. Glowstone dust. Oh, we need that leather. Hold on. No, sticks. Sticks are in there. We need one more sign. Oops. Yeah, it's all right. Here's what we're gonna do. What are y'all looking at me for? Okay, I think we need 2 white sheep. White, dark gray, light gray, gray, I guess. We'll go with that. Perfect. Really should fix the fences so they're all the same. It is a little ridiculous. My OCD isn't twitchy, but this is a little ridiculous. It's a bug on my monitor. Get off of there. Not supposed to be on there. Oh, I keep doing that. Splitting the stacks up. You know, it can't be good for morale. Like, they got to be a little upset about it. I don't know. The guy came out. Jerry was there. And Jerry's not there no more. Don't know what happened. I wonder. Oh, I have an idea. I have idea. That's bad news for everybody involved. Got a rogue sheep wandering the village. Oh. That reminds me of a David Sedaris Christmas story. Christmas? Yeah, it's Christmas. It's animals on the farm. And they do like Secret Santa. And I'm not even going to tell a story because I'm going to get it so wrong. But there's a cow and a turkey, and the cow draws the turkey for Secret Santa, but the cow's like really cheap. But the cow also knows that the turkey's going to be slaughtered for Christmas dinner. So the cow's like, yes, I don't have to get him a present. But then at the end of the story, the cow's like, wait, what if the turkey drew me and then I don't get a present? Oh no. As the farmer's taking the turkey off to get killed, the cow's like, hold on a minute. And the cow's like, yep, I heard the farmer talk. They're going to be killing you at about 4 p.m., 2 days before Christmas. It's like, oh, how are they going to do that? Well, I would imagine it would be an axe. Oh. Well, that's a bummer. And the one thing I remember most about that story, the one thing that has stuck with me more than anything else, is the turkey saw a bath mat hanging up on the clothesline to dry. And it was the most amazing thing the turkey had ever seen. It's a towel for the floor. I do not know why I get such joy out of that. I think it's because it's said with such joy in the story. You can find this story somewhere on YouTube, I'm sure, if you want to listen to it. It's very funny. I don't remember what it's called. David Sedaris, Christmas. And not stories about him being an elf or the 6 to 8 black men. Those are different stories. Different Christmas stories. This one is about the barnyard animals. I feel like I should probably explain the 6 to 8 black men thing now. It has something to do with Santa Claus being the Bishop of Turkey. Turkey and you know what? I don't love turkey. I think it's fine. I'm not like the dad in the Christmas Story who's like picking at the half-cooked turkey, you know. Though I will say, I think Darren McGavin and I do have a lot in common, other than the being dead part. Love Darren McGavin. It's so good. He was good in that movie. He was good in Hangar 18, which is an old Alien movie. He's good in Kolchak, The Night Stalker. Love Darren McGavin. Big fan. Just realized we hadn't done much with this lately. I'll clean that up a little bit. Love that show. I love that show, Eric. It's so good. That is one show. And one of the things I love most about that show is they are so careful to stick to the lore of whatever the monster is. Like, I saw there was a zombie episode. But when I was a kid, back when electricity was brand new, it was amazing. People would come from miles around to watch us flip a switch. And then they go, ooh. It's kind of like Garfield Christmas when they turn the tree on. Awful lot of Christmas in this week's stream. You know, we had like the school book fair, and I, you know, I bought a book at the school book fair, and it was like Origins of Monsters, something like that. Ghost stories. I was into stuff like that when I was a kid. Still am, to a different degree, but basically, right? It was like the historical origins of werewolves and zombies and vampires and where the stories came from and all this. And I remember the zombie one because there was a lot of stuff in there that wasn't in all the movies that I was watching that had zombies in them. So it was very interesting to me. And one of the things that it talked about is the way you basically deactivate a zombie is you fill its mouth full of salt and then you sew it slip shut. And I thought, well, that's weird. Because that's weird. It wasn't like, no, I get it. No, that's just weird. And the only place I had seen that till that point was in this book. Because none of the zombie movies I had ever seen had anything like that. They were just zombies, and, you dealt with zombies. You shot them in the head, you did this, you did that, usual zombie stuff. But this one was, no, this is the only way to do it. And it, went into Haitian history and voodoo and all of this stuff. All this stuff. It's a very good book. I kind of wish I still had it. So years later, 18 years later, I'm out of school and I'm watching old episodes of Kolchak on Netflix or something. And there's a zombie episode and they're like hitting every mark that was in this book. Like the zombie was brought back to enact revenge against somebody who had done somebody an injustice. And the zombie was sleeping in the car because it died in a car accident, and it had to sleep in the car in which it was killed in. Da 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 da. It would rise at sunset every day to enact revenge on the people, and all that kind of stuff. Like, all of this is in that book that I read when I was a kid. And it's like, he had to fill its mouth full of salt and sew it slip shut before it woke up and killed him. Okay. I get it, man. It was a really good show. My God. My God. The reason I'm taking the time to fill that in, by the way, is I don't want to let drowned zombies spawn in there. That's part of the reason I'm doing that. Oops. I need to really consider how we're going to go about smoothing this out, because I don't like the look of that. Just take this whole thing out, and then maybe, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. Oh, we got, excuse me. My God, plenty of dirt. We can come and work on this a little bit. This is the one downside of building where we built. This terrain is not really helping me out much. Yeah, right? And it's like, you can still do the movie version of all this stuff. Like, that's fine. You can still have Night of the Living Dead and all this other stuff, but I like it when the lore is more traditional, I guess. I kind of like that. I still like that we did that last time. I had this other one, this other little book, and it was ghost stories. Real tiny, tiny little thing. Smaller than the scary stories to tell in the dark book. And in that book, I learned about what the bends are. You know, divers getting the bends. I learned about that from that book. I learned about a ghost dolphin that would help guide ships through treacherous passes in the South Atlantic. We have a whole chest full of cobblestone, so we don't need any more cobblestone. Isn't that nice? Nice when a plan comes together like that. All right. Let's take that flint out. We can make a chest for flint over here. This is food, so that can go in there. That's wool, so that can go in there. I specifically went out to go and find a chicken. And I very quickly, you may have noticed, threw that whole thing out the window. I got distracted. Those are pumpkins. Pumpkins. We got pumpkins. Let's go sleep. Man, it's gotta be terrible. It was like, oh, it's raining. And now I'm on fire. I wish zombie villagers had the potential to drop items related to their trade. I think that would make sense. Like, I think that was a blacksmith zombie. Like, he could potentially drop a piece of gold or something. All right, before we go, I love the mechanics of carpet. It's the greatest thing ever. All right. We'll see if we can lasso us a chicken. If we can find one. Oh, you know what, though? We should probably build something to put the chicken in first. I think that's a better idea. So let's build us a chicken coop. Oak and spruce, I think. Turn that into logs. Half of that. That's way more than I need, but that's okay. The one downside about this system is it's you can't click on that, so you gotta just like yeah, like that. It's the one downside that I found. Okay. Where do we want to put this chicken coop? Just put it right here. We got a spot right here. Oh, planks would be better, but I don't have any planks. No, not there. Or not planks, slabs. Didn't have enough slabs. Oh, you know what we need? I don't have any. There was some at that village. Where is that village? It was way the hell over there, right? Need to go to the village. I can make my own. What am I talking about? Yeah, that's what I want. We'll dress it up a little bit more in the future. Okay, let's go lasso us a chicken. I've seen some up here, so I'm hoping there's some up here. Want a way to get rid of shears really quick. That's how you do it. Yeah, those were new when we started. I see a chicken. Oh, it's 2 chickens. There are cards right. We could have a whole chicken village. Here, chicken. Ah, you're mine now, chicken. Oh. Climbed a tree backwards. I don't know what the hell words I was trying to say there. They weren't English words, I don't think. Come on, chicken. Live the good life in the off-world colonies, chicken. Belong, chicken. You have been chicken napped. How do I... Let's go get that other one. What a time we will have, ladies and gentlemen. My new chicken friends probably disappeared. You're not a chicken. You're not a chicken either. Chicken! Don't leave me, chicken. Hi, Kiba. Quick, chicken, hurry. The sun's going down. And everyone knows when the sun goes down, chickens deactivate. Chickens are solar powered. Oh, God. Chicken. No chicken. All of our progress, chicken. Come on. I went too fast. I apologize. I thought you were keeping up better than that. Come on. Look, if I had a button to just pick you up and carry you, I would. This is not how it worked in Rocky 2. Rocky 2? I think it was Rocky 2. I don't think it was Rocky 3, where he had to chase the chicken. Might have been Rocky 1, even. You gotta eat lightning, and you gotta crap thunder. There's an awful lot of creepers out here. Go, go. Ah, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard here, but we got a hell of a lot done today. And really, we only been playing for like an hour and a half. Because the stream's been on for an hour 45. And we had a long opening this time. Wow, buddy. That's a terrible shot. Make with the eggs. Make with the eggs, chicken. Right, we have really got to consider putting a fence around this whole thing to keep the creepers out. We really, really do. Everybody else I don't care about. But the creepers are a problem. Creeping like they do. So, let's put this tree farm to work. I want a birch fence. Bling blong phone. Hello. The new email this today from Jeff Tydrich. I won't make you guys listen to it this week. Okay. Got all our birch trees? I think that's all our birch trees. It is. I guess sometime, eventually, should probably consider doing like a row of birch, a row of oak, a row of this, a row of that, instead of just kind of hodgepodging them like they are. But that's what we had to work with, so that's what we did. Probably not do that. I think I'll short myself in the long run. There's one up there. There's one up there. I need 2, 3, 4 more. One. If this ever gets struck by lightning, we are so screwed. Need one more. There. I guess 2 more. Sorry, I missed that one. Music today has been excellent. Nothing. Perfect. Excellent. Why are you like that, though? There we go. That got us all the birch, replaced all of our trees, and gave us 6 extra saplings at the end of it all. I should go and find. I need some more sound clips. I don't use a bunch of them because I forget them, but all of these. And oh, hold on. Hold on a minute. Should probably go empty out the inventory before we get real excited here. Go in there. You here. You there. You there. We'll take that. Need that. Well, not yet. We might later. Enemy drops right there. You go in there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I don't want sticks. Many, many sticks. That's not sticks. That's sticks. Bam. Just make it all. Craft the fences, let God sort it out, I always say. Everybody knows I always say that. It's one of my catchphrases. Chicken! Lay your eggs a little closer to the door, would you? Chicken. And I think we'll just fence in this highest level of the yard, as it were. We need bees. To find some bees. That would be bad. We don't want to do that. That would be bad. Actually, let's put this bit of fence. Let's go about here. Last thing I need is angry chickens. I don't know that I'd mind having chickens, like in real life. My neighbors have some chickens. A couple of my neighbors have chickens, actually, now that I think about it. And last spring, they got out of my neighbor's yard. They came over to my yard. And I got to tell you, my flower beds never looked so good than they did after those chickens had about half an hour to dig through them. I should see if he'd rent them to me. Like, I gave you $5, man. Just let me borrow your chickens for an afternoon. You can have them back when I'm done. You just bring them over. They did a better job of weeding and getting all the bugs out of that than I ever could. I forgot I had eggs. Probably got our chickens that way. Oh, hold on. Come back. Get you down there. I want to do a little dressing up of the homestead here. get some light over here. I did it again. How do I do that every time? I don't mean to. Zombie twins. I didn't ask for this. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. Need to do that. I feel like that one probably should have hit me. You know, there's probably a trick to it, Eric. You know, you gotta, it's like, it's all in the wrist. What if you just had, like, salt packets? Does that count? Does the salt have to be loose? Or does it need to be, like you said, pocket salt, like pocket sand? Who knows? That wasn't in the book that I read. Pardon me. My goodness. It's been a long week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Slept like crap for most of the week. Works crazy. I like that they all die at the same time. Aw, man. Had they just not burned to death for another 4 seconds, it would have been raining. They would have been fine. Don't they feel silly? So here's what's going to happen, cows. Management meeting time. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, here's what's going to happen. When we put the fence over there, right? Well, fine. If you don't care, I'm not going to tell you. When we fence this, probably right there where that piece of dirt is, we'll come out and fence that. I'll take this out, and it can go all the way over to the fence. And I need to get a roof over the chicken. Well, the chickens have... Yeah, see, that one's smart. He knows it's raining. I should go inside. These cows have a little bit of trees, so that's okay. The sheep got nothing. You guys ever watch Clay World? It's really old YouTube thing. Clay World. And every time I look at those chickens, I just hear in my head, check it out. I'm a duck. Because he's got Pringles. Every time. And it makes me laugh. Deep down inside. Okay, anything else in here we need to be aware of? I don't think so. Yep, nope, we're good. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the stream for the week, everybody. Did we get 4? We don't. If we had 4 pumpkins, I'd go do some more pumpkins, but we don't have 4 pumpkins. So, I will see you guys next Sunday. Yes, that's the one. They were all blue, and they were very, I don't want to say poorly designed, but it was just like, here's legs, here's arms for the head. Just like stick his thumb in it. It was a funny show. I can't remember the name of the guy who made it. It was Eric? Eric or Ben or something like that. It's where the, one of the finest jokes of all time came from that series. What did the robot say to the centipede? Stop being a centipede. And you see, it's funny because the robot ain't got no arms. That's the joke. It's so stupid. I love it. Anyway, thank you for joining me. We got a lot done. I got a couple things in mind for next time. A couple design things I'd like to approach. Kind of clean up the house a little bit. Now that we've almost got the carpet in, I want to start thinking about sprucing the place up a little bit. But we'll do that next time. So, thank you for joining me, folks. Let's bam. No, why doesn't that button work? We'll do it that way. We'll be back next Sunday for more Sunday morning Minecraft. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks, everybody, for being on the subscriber list, the follower list, the Patreon list, etc., etc. Thanks to the new Kick followers. There was one of you. I played your thing at the beginning, but I don't remember your name now. Daisy Lemon. Probably a bot. Probably. Because it's just all the other bot names are very similar to Daisy Lemon. That's okay. We'll be back tomorrow for more Dark Star. I think we're getting close to the end. I kind of hope so. My game's been going on a lot longer than I wanted it to, but whatever is what it is. We'll be back next Sunday for more Sunday morning Minecraft. Let me know what you think about the Fallout thing we talked about earlier. Yeah, I guess that's all I got for you. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Take it easy. We'll see you later.
you.